Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the top tricks on POCO Pad M1. Okay, let's open up our settings first and let's scroll down a little until we find the additional settings, and maybe let's begin with accessibility features and the gesture shortcuts. In here, I'll skip the launching of the digital assistant because it's only, holding the power button. Let's go into taking a screenshot. The usual way of creating a screenshot is by clicking the power button and volume down button, just like that. But we also have slide 3 fingers screenshot. Simply, when this feature is enabled, to take a screenshot, all you need to do is to slide from the upside to the downside with your 3 fingers to create a screenshot. Really cool way, and it's one of my favorite. Next thing is the partial screenshots. Also pretty useful thing. To do it, make sure that it's enabled and simply hold 3 fingers on your screen, and now you can select which part of the screen you would like to take a screenshot of. Let's say only this part. You can also change the shape above. If you want, you can start over, and you can even create that shape, something like that, as you take a look. To save it, hit on the button. You can also edit it and, for example, draw something on it or enter some text. Everything is up to you, of course. Alright, let's close it up just for now. The next thing is the shortcut for launching the camera. We can double press the power button to launch it up, or double press volume down when the screen is locked. We can enable both features. Let's begin with the double press with the power button. We are on our home screen. Double tap, and as you take a look, the camera launches immediately. Let's do it once again. Let's double tap, and everything works. Now let's go with the volume down, but it's said that we need to have our screen turned off. So now I'll double tap, and as you take a look, the camera also launched successfully, so everything works just like it should. Double tap, and it is working. Let's go straight forward. Now we have turn on torch, double press the power button, but if we want to use it, we need to replace it with the camera. Now I will double tap the power button, and the camera successfully launches. Also, cool shortcut. Works just fine. Let me only place the tab on the table. Okay, back into the settings. I think that is all when it comes to the shortcuts. We can go straight into site toolbox. That is pretty useful thing. We can use it in games, when we are watching a video, or for example when we are doing a call. In my case, I can show you the video toolbox. We can click on manage video apps. In here you have a list of all apps that are supported for this. You can, for example, even add the gallery. Alright, and now let me play some video. You can see that already it appears right in here. I'll play this video, or maybe a different one, maybe this. Okay, you can launch the toolbox. Well, let me only play the video first. Okay, you can change the style right in here. You can see that the colors are simply changing. We can record the screen. You can see that it's going. We can also take a screenshot and even cast the screen. That's how the video toolbox works. In the games itself, we have the game turbo mode, and it allows us to change For example, the graphic preset. Currently I don't have any games, but maybe I'll be able to show you the things that we can do in here. So we can enable, for example, the performance mode to have the maximum amount of the FPS. In here you can search for your games. Currently I don't have any, so I'm not available to show you that. And let's go straight forward. Let's open up the settings, back into additional, and now let's go with the floating windows. That is also one of my favorite things. In here you have a tutorial how to use it, how to move those floating windows, how you can launch the split screen. I'll show you how you can launch it. Let's begin maybe with the split view. We have two ways how we can enter the split view. I mean, I will show you two methods. First, open up your first app, then go into the recent. Let me only close those apps. Now, open up the second app, just like that. Open up recents, hold on the app and select this icon. Select the second app now, and now we are using the split screen mode. On the left side we have the calculator, on the right side we have the notes. It is really cool for the multitasking because we can do two things almost at the same time. We can create notes and use the calculator. Remember that split screen mode is working with different apps, not only with notes and the calculator, but you just need to try it on your own. For example, you can launch the Chrome in one window, and on the second side of the screen you can, I don't know, launch messages maybe. Okay, if you double tap that bar in the middle, you can swap the sides of the apps, and you can adjust if you move left or right, also the size of the certain apps. But remember that if you go too much, you can see that the split screen sentence changed into full screen. Now, when I will raise my finger, the calculator will launch in the full screen. Okay, now the alternate way of entering the split screen mode. Let's launch the first app, and now we need to swipe left and right using 3 fingers, just like that on the screen, to launch the split screen mode. Now simply select the second app, maybe Chrome. In my case it's locked with the app lock, so that is why it doesn't want to launch, but so I'll again pick the calculator. You can see that everything is launching properly. Okay, now the floating windows. You can grab, not like that, my bad. If you open the app, you can slide. Not like that, my bad. I just need to take a look one last time. Oh my god. Additional settings, floating windows. There was a chance of unlocking the floating window like that, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe I'm doing it. Yeah, my bad, sorry. So when it comes to the floating windows, we can launch them up from the level of the recent apps. Simply hold, and you can click that icon to launch the app in the floating window. You can adjust the size if you grab on the edge. If you go, if you minimize enough, it will go into mini floating window. Now we can see that it's really small. If you want to make it bigger, simply tap, and you can again adjust its size. If you click on those 3 dots, you can open the app in the full screen, go into split screen mode. When you click on one of those 2 icons, you can open a new app, and if you click the X, you will close the app. If you want to change the position of the floating window on your screen, simply hold those 3 dots and place it anywhere that you want. When you're holding your floating window, if you slide to the right side, and now when you release, you can go quickly into split screen mode. Now simply select the second app that you want to use. Okay, we also have MII Canvas app. In here we can create our notes. If you have a supported pen, you can draw in here. You can download the images. You can search for the history if you have some. But just like I'm saying, it's the best if you have the pen that is supported. Thanks to that, you can draw or take notes. Of course, for taking notes, the Notes app is the best. In here, if you click on that icon, you can also take notes, not by typing, but by drawing. Alright, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.